Hi everyone. So today is day 27 of September Lead Coding Challenge, and this is the problem we'll be solving today: unique email addresses. So in this problem, we have been first stated what is a valid email. So a valid email consists of a local name and a domain name, and these two parts are separated by a @ sign. And besides lowercase letters, an email may also contain one or more period or plus sign. So for example, in alice @leadcode.com, this Alice is a local name, and this part leadcode.com is the domain name. And if we are adding periods between some characters in the local name part of an email address, the mail sent there will be forwarded to the same address without the dots in the local name. And this rule doesn't apply to the domain names. So for example, if we are adding some periods in the local name part, so this email will still be sent to the email without the without the periods in the local name part. So for example, this alice.z will be equal to alice @leadcode.com. But we need to be careful that we are not doing applying this rule on the domain name part, because if we are adding a period to the domain name part, this will make it a different domain name. And there is one more rule that if we are including plus sign in the local name, then everything after the plus sign should be ignored to find the email address whether it will be sent. So this m.y plus name @gmail.com will be sent to my. So this plus part, everything after the plus part in the local name will be ignored. So it m.y is left, and we have to ignore periods in the local name part. So that's why it will be forwarded to my@gmail.com. And it is possible to use both of the rules at the same time. So we have seen that we used these two rules at the same time in this previous example. So we have been given an array of strings emails, and we need to send one email to the email I, and we need to return the number of different email addresses that actually receive the emails. Okay, so basically we need to find the unique email addresses if we are considering their simplest representation, right? So for solving this problem, what we can do, we can use an unordered set, and we can convert each of the email in the in its simpler form, and we can like insert all these simplest form of the emails in the set, and then we can return the set.size, right? And for converting this part thing into a simpler form, we can first consider that we need to include everything before plus and after @sign. Not everything, but we have to include only these parts, right? And in these parts, it may be possible that we are still ignoring the periods in the local name, and including that period in the domain name part. So for like knowing this part, we can have a variable called on, right? So I will have a variable on, and this will be initially set to true. So if we will encounter a plus sign, I will set it to false. And if we'll again encounter a @ sign, I will again set it to true. So this will tell us that we are in this region, the region in which we have to include things. And we again need one variable to know whether we are in the domain part or we are in the local part. So I will use a variable domain equals to false. So basically I will set it to false initially, and as soon as I will encounter a @ sign, I will set it true. So if we are encountering any character other than plus, if the on is true, then we have to include it in the string s. And if we are encountering a period, then we need to check whether we are in the domain or not. So if this domain is true, we will be including it, and if domain is not true, we won't be including it. So this is the algorithm we will be using. So we can start implementing it. So first of all, we will declare an unordered set. So I will call this unordered set unique emails, and what we need next. So we need to iterate over all the emails, and then we will need this boolean. So first boolean will be on, and it will be initially true, and another boolean will be domain, and it will be initially false. And we'll also need a string as, so that we can form the simpler representation of this email. And now we can iterate over the characters of the email. So if we are encountering a plus sign, then this off should be equal to false. On should be equal to false, right? It should be off, right? And if we are encountering a @ sign, then we need to do two things, right? One thing is we are resetting this on equal to true, and we are also setting this domain equal to true. Now we need to check whether we are in the on part or not. So if we are in the on part, we need to check whether the present character is a period or not. So if it is not a period, we can include it in this string. And if it is a period, then we need to do some check. So if it is a period and we are in the domain, we can include it, otherwise we cannot. So after this for loop, we will have the string as, and we can push it, insert it in the unique emails. And after the end of this loop, we can return the unique emails dot size. So if there are no compilation issues, we can solve it. So the time complexity of this problem will be the number of emails, because we are iterating over all the emails, into length of the email, length of each email. So this is basically 100 into 100 iterations. So we can run it on the sample test cases. So it is working. We can submit it. Yeah, it got accepted. So see you guys on day 28 of the September Lead Coding Challenge. Until then, keep lead coding.